for joining me on the Just Talk with Rachel. And today is an amazing day. It's amazing because I've got 3 coaches who are going to share with me their discoveries with their personal strengths. And this is only a beginning of many series which we are going to have to understand, to create self-awareness, to unbundle, as well as to learn how to aim our energies so that we can become the best version of themselves. This is the Just Talk with Rachel, and now we are focusing on what makes you unique, what makes us different. Everybody's different. We do different things. We possess different skills. However, have you ever sat back to see what name can you give to your tendencies and pattern of behavior? Well, let me not say much. Let me first take this opportunity to welcome my 3 guests. I've got Coach Marsha, Coach Klengi, and Coach Cheryl. So without wasting much time, let me just ask my guests to introduce themselves. Let's start with you, Coach Marsha.
Thank you so much, Coach Rachel. Hello, everybody, and it is indeed a pleasure to meet with all of you, the thousands of you out there who are listening to us. My name is Marsha, Coach Marsha Ciudas, that's my full name, and I am so excited to talk about what I've learned about myself. And, I coach in terms of health and wellness. That's my specialty. And of course, in entrepreneurship and business. And all of this is tied in and infused with cognitive behavioral skills, emotional intelligence, right? And I work with my clients to always get the best version of themselves. That is what we strive to do. Now, part of getting the best version of yourself, the journey starts with knowing who you are. And I discovered a lot about myself by doing this strengths assessment. We often feel that we are strong in one area or maybe not, or we have little instincts about ourselves. But when you get the opportunity to really zone in, and I have had that opportunity by doing this strengths test, it was a revelation to me. It just made it real what it is I'm strong at. So I learned that I'm a philomath, which means that you're a lifelong learner. You always love to learn, and that's me. I always love to keep updated and know new things. I'm a self-believer. Yes, that has brought me through a lot of darker points in my life to make me propel to higher heights. I'm an optimist. Always look at the bright side of things. There's always something to be grateful for. Strategist. That's something in my leadership life I have been using for many, many years, and it works. And a brainstormer, always putting things together. So, doing a strengths test, it really helps, and I am grateful to have done it. So, Coach Klengi, how has it been for you?
Hello, everyone. Thanks, Coach Rachel, for this amazing platform. And thanks, Coach Marsha, for just laying it out for all of us. So for me, it has been the biggest discovery I've ever done. In life, you always think that you've seen, heard everything, but the high 5 strength test really just revealed such amazing stuff about myself. But just for everyone else that is watching right now, I just want to quickly introduce myself. I am Coach Klengi, and I'm all the way from South Africa. I specialize in leadership as well as management coaching, CBT coach, teenage and adolescent coaching, as well as weight loss and wellness coaching. What I've discovered about the high 5 strength test, it has blown my mind away. And what I found is the 5 strengths that dominate in my DNA, because I take the strengths as being my DNA. They make me who I am. And the first one is self-believer. So I'm quite excited to hear that me and you, Marsha, are those people that are very much, our objective is we're self-believers. We are self-motivated, and our objective is all about bringing confidence into the situation. So that's my first one. My second one is I am an analyst. So when this one popped up, it kind of confirmed I love data. I love, I'm that science professor that says, prove this, prove that. And that's me. Like, I really love data behind every theory, every idea. Thirdly, my third one is I'm a coach. And I was not surprised that actually popped up, that I am a coach. I see growth in people. I see potential in people. And I always want to impart what I know or what I have learned. My fourth one, it is I am a deliverer. I get things done. That's who I am. You put something here, I get things done. And that is who I am. And my fifth one is I'm a catalyst. So I work very well within a team. I get I'm in action, let's get things done now. I'm not a big brainstormer. I am like, okay, it is this time, let's get this done. We'll learn as we go along. I am that person. So it's exciting because as I'm speaking, I'm feeling this energy, this excitement about my strengths. So that's where I am with, that's what I found out. And I'm not sure if you're sharing exactly the same, Coach Cheryl, on your side.
I feel exactly the same way. Thank you so much, Coach Lengi. Before I get into my top strengths, just to introduce myself to Rachel's followers, I am Coach Cheryl. I coach the adolescent and young adults in life, because that is when we need our life coaching, because we technically are starting life in these ages. And top 5 strengths have really, really opened up my eyes. I don't want to say it's predicting exactly who I am. However, it just instilled that whoever I am is who I am, and it's okay to be who I am. And my top number 1 is commander. Was I surprised? Not really. Because working with Rachel, she knows that I am very commanding. I want to direct steps, and I just want to make sure everything is okay. And secondly, I have self-believer. I know who I am, just like Marsha and Clingy. We all share that as coaches, which is really funny too. And then I go into strategy or strategist, where I now put on my leadership hat, look for the future, being very futuristic, wanting to plan every step in its way. And it's also marrying with my first one, which is also commander. So you can imagine that it works hand in hand. I barely sleep, as you can see. And then I go into my brainstormer. I too, again, predicting what is next, what's my next step, and also storyteller. I can go on and on and on and on. So that's why I do feel being a coach is something that I would love to share and impart. And with this top 5 strengths, it's just a dream come true, really. It's just a dream come true.
Wow. This is so amazing. As you were talking and explaining and sharing, when I discovered my top 5, I just said to myself, wow, were they looking at me? Have I been somebody following me with a camera? Because my first one of my top 5 strengths is a strategist. All the time, I've got my ducks in a row.
That's true.
Plan, I think ahead. And I used to think that it's weird because I'm never okay with the now. I'm always looking forward. That is my strategist. And secondly, I'm a timekeeper. I believe in doing things as agreed. I believe in keeping to the time. So when we say we are delivering on the 3rd, it has to be the 3rd. Thank you, that. So I'm a timekeeper. That's my second strength. Then the third one is a brainstormer. I'm a what if person. I'm always questioning. I'm always futuristic. I'm always just thinking of what if, what are the options? Fine. If this fails, what then do we do? Then my fourth one is Philomath. My sister there, Coach Marsha. I am a student of learning, continuous learning. Whenever I learn, I just get so much positive energy. I know that my kids always says to me, Mom, do you ever relax? Just like watch TV. Then I try and watch TV with them. And then I'll be asking them, so tell me, in this series, what are you learning? Then they'll be saying, Mom, this is nothing. It's not about learning. I said, no, but there must be some take home. What value are you getting? So with me, whether it's an interaction, like I like it when I speak to you, Coach Lengi and Coach Marsha, and also Coach Cheryl. There's always something that I learn, because I believe that you never have enough. You are always evolving. You are always becoming a better version of yourself. So I'm happy with this top 5 strengths because they put a name on things that I do. And last but not least, I am a peacemaker. I love peace. I don't like uncomfortable conversations. I don't like negative people. I don't like people who are always seeing faults and fighting and whining. I just want to be happy and being the best version of myself, because this world is full of so many problems and we are always fighting one battle or the other. So why can't we have peace? So when I look at all the top 5 strengths among us, the coaches, I'm so excited that the Achievers Coaching and Mentorship Program has got these amazing people with so many diverse strengths. So I can imagine what we are going to be giving the community. Like, for instance, I'm going to be focusing on leadership coaching and management coaching, weight loss coaching, adolescent, and there is so much information on our individual specialties in the link below. So if anybody wants to know what we do in detail and also our profile, please click the link below so you can have so much information. By the way, if anyone hasn't yet subscribed, do subscribe to this channel, because we are going to be having a series of this kind of conversation. And we will be sharing as to what discoveries have we identified about our own persons. Now, going back to you, Coach Lengi, when you look at your top 5 strengths, which strength do you normally use on your day-to-day, which gives you positive energy among your top 5 strengths?
I think amongst my top 5 strengths, the coach comes very natural to me. And I coach from the moment I wake up in the morning. I've got 2 beautiful children that I really need to get them going, get them coaching, you know. So coaching for me, it comes very, very natural. I actually don't even have to think twice about actually going into that or putting a certain hat into it. Probably that's the highest I can put on top. The second one is a deliverer. I always, as you said, as a timekeeper, I am that individual. When I said I'm going to get something, or if I'm going to do something, then I make sure that I do it. If I don't do it, then I just get very restless. You know, you get that feeling that there's something missing. There's that thing that's always on your back that you need to get it done. So in order to remove it, I always make sure that I put myself under pressure, which is a good thing. Someone might say that's not a good thing, but I always put myself under pressure to ensure that I'm actually getting that one thing done. So for me,
so your coaching is your top number 1.
Yes.
And
yes.
What about you, Coach Marsha? Which one is your top go-to strength most of the time?
Well, I have discovered that being a strategist is my top strength that I use most of the time. All of them are within me, right? As it is within all of us, you have your top. But the one I find myself having to use and utilize the most is strategist. So I would look at things, I would analyze, I would plan, I would see what works, what doesn't work procedurally, and that is how I get the job done. Second to that will be Philomath, because just like Coach Rachel, I wonder, now, what am I getting out of this? What have I learned from this? I declare it all the time. I'm a student of life and student of learning. I love doing that. Optimist as well, because we always look at the bright side. When I wake up, I am thankful for the day, and let's see what we could achieve from this day. That's what it's for. Those are mine, yes.
Beautiful. And you, Coach Cheryl, which one are your top 2?
Well, as a new graduate, brainstormer is one of the top ones that I find myself utilizing every day, because I want to know what's next. What am I going to do next? What am I going to achieve next? When I go through a situation, I find opportunities in that situation, whether it be to make money or whether it be to form a new relationship. It's always something to do with my brainstormer side. But secondly, I do feel my commander side is one that really does dominate my everyday. I love getting things done.
I can vouch today.
Exactly, Rachel. I work with you quite a bit. I want to get things done. I want things to be done properly. And it is a driving force in my life. And what I really do appreciate about these top 5 strengths, which I think the coaches do share, is that it doesn't necessarily focus on what you can't do, but what you can do. And it celebrates those 5 qualities and focuses on them. And you see exactly how you can, better it in your everyday life.
Yeah, that's spot on. And when we talk about our top 2, that is a very difficult question. Actually, I was putting all of you on the spot because I was struggling to decide which ones are my top 2, because all of them are my top. However, if I have to decide, I could say strategist takes a toll on me all the time. When I see something, immediately I see an opportunity. I see things where they don't exist. And I'm happy with my job because it allows me to be creative. It allows me to push boundaries. It allows me to make decisions, take actions, and deliver on time. Because when you understand your strengths, you also understand why you do things the way you do. Sometimes you might think you are not cut for this, but you don't understand what it means. So with the assessment, you will be able to understand why sometimes when you are employed, you feel like you are stifled. You don't want to be given strict instructions, or maybe in a situation where you are always commanded to do this and you're not allowed to use autonomy, you feel like you are in a tunnel. So with this strength assessment, it personally made me put a name to how and why I do things the way I do. It's been a very interesting conversation to understand that these 3 coaches have actually appreciated how you do your things and increase your personal self-awareness. What is important is we need to heighten ourselves. What is self-awareness? Knowing yourselves, knowing your pattern of behavior, knowing how other people view you. Because if you don't know yourself, you can't lead people. If you don't know yourself, you are going to upset others. If you don't know yourself, you are going to be depressed. If you don't know yourself, you are going to be confused. We need to have self-awareness. And that is the only first step. What we need to appreciate is that with self-awareness, then comes self-management. How are you able to manage yourself? And before I can introduce the next topic for the next session, which is about how the strength assessment can benefit you in terms of how you manage yourself, how you control yourself, how you regulate whether to give more or to give less of a particular strength. Let me just allow the coaches to give us a final word in terms of how they've appreciated their strength self-awareness. Coach Marsha, what is your final word?
Well, I have appreciated knowing what my top 5 strengths are, because it confirmed what I've always suspected of me. And now I know I can use it within my own personal development. I could use it within my family. So my strength would be what my role is with my children, with my husband. I can use it and I could know, hey, I'm good at that, so I'll take that task, because everyone has their strength. So it allows me to share it within my family so that we get the best harmonious working family dynamic. And that's how it has helped me.
I like the mention of family dynamics. That is the other thing that I would like us to discuss in the next series, as to how knowing ourselves can promote peace and understand family dynamics. Coach Lengi, how has this increased your self-awareness?
Sure, Coach Rachel, I've discovered me. I know myself. Now, I know myself. If I've got no 2 ways about it, I've got no doubt. And there's always, as an analyst, there's always data behind the way I interact with people, why I do the things that I do. So this has been quite a great confirmation for me that I am okay. There is absolutely nothing wrong
You
with
are
me.
normal.
I am normal. I am normal. There's absolutely nothing wrong with me. So I really, I appreciated the high 5 strength test. It has really unveiled a whole lot of stuff that I didn't know about myself. And at the same time, it has confirmed what I knew about myself.
Very good, very good. Yes, Coach Cheryl.
I really appreciate the way Coach Lengi just summed it up there. I am normal. You know, these top 5 strengths that I discovered for myself, they show up in every aspect of my life, in the way I think, in the way I act, and also in the way I feel. So being more aware of them and seeing how exactly I can tweak them here and there or complement them, it just has really, really helped me, Rachel.
Thank you so much. I like what you said about tweaking, because that's what we are going to discuss next. How do you manage them? Because what you need to appreciate with self-awareness is that when you are self-aware, we need to understand how we can manage ourselves. All these are the principles of emotional intelligence. We can still apply them in the way we regulate ourselves, because too much of anything can be a bit of a challenge. Because if you do not know your blind spots, if you don't know that you are upsetting others, if you don't know how you come across, that can be a hindrance, that can be a barrier to communication. So in the next episode, we are going to talk about how the strength assessment, how knowing ourselves has actually been beneficial in understanding how we need to self-regulate. Well, this was your Just Talk with Rachel Nekati, and I was joined by 3 coaches from all over the world, and you will be enjoying some more discussions. I thought that it's very important to have a discussion, get to know them, because these are the achievers, coaches, and mentors. These coaches are available to help you unlock your true self, to help you understand what it is, what potential are you possessing, so that you can be the best version of yourself. If you want to know more about our coaching and mentorship program, if you want to appreciate, if you want to enroll on our coaching and mentorship program, don't hesitate. Press the link below and it will take you there. There are 3 categories. You'll be able to choose whether you want the silver, the gold, or the platinum, and you'll get to know more about these coaches and what they're going to do. The beauty is you'll get to choose which one do you want to be coached by. We've got various skills, we've got diversities, and this is why it is called the Center of Excellence, one-stop shop. Thank you once more for watching, and I will see you again in the next session.